breath, fans. It's time. Welcome to the third annual Belleville Girls Basketball Season Preview Show. We're happy you could join us tonight for a look at this year's Wildcats. We're going to get tonight started with a few questions for our new JV coach, Pam Kelly, as she enters her 5th season with the Wildcats and her first as the JV coach. Welcome, Pam.
Thanks, John.
How are you feeling?
Great. Go Cats!
There we go. All right, Pam, the first question I have for you tonight, what's one thing that you're looking forward to the most this season from your JV team?
The most this season from the JV team. I'm looking forward to watching us outwork our opponents. They've brought a lot of attitude, a lot of positive energy, and they're working really hard in practice. And I know whether we're winning or losing, they're going to bring it all. We may make mistakes. We'll learn from those mistakes, and we'll be better the next time around. But I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. All right, your second question tonight. What's something that we can expect to see from your team each and every night this season? Kind of alluded to it a little bit there.
I did allude to it. High energy.
High energy.
We're all about being positive and supporting each other. When we're doing great, we want to celebrate. When we're down in the dumps, we want to be picking each other up. It's going to be about, I got you, you got this, and how can we help each other succeed?
Awesome. All right, your final question tonight, Pam. This is not your first rodeo in terms of coaching. You've been at it for a few years now. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned during your time on the bench and on the sideline?
That's a very tough question, and it's hard to answer in one. So I'm not going to answer in one. One is never expect the unexpected. There's always something that's going to come about that you don't expect, and you need to prepare for that as best you can or flex with it. I guess the other I would say is relationships. It's all about building relationships and knowing how each other is motivated. We all have different skills. We all have different attitudes, and the way that we can adapt and recognize that in each other and help support each other to help grow is what I've learned the most. Relationships with coaches, even relationships with referees. It's all in how you approach them that might benefit you down the road.
No question. Absolutely. Well, Coach Kelly, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us tonight and giving us some insight on the JV team. We wish you nothing but the best of luck this season. We're going to pass the rock over to the big man, the architect, Coach Eric Legal. Come on up. This is Coach Legal's 4th season as the head coach of the Wildcats. Last year, Coach, you had a record of 21-6. You brought home the Capital Conference Championship, finishing with a 9-1 record in conference last year, and the icing on the cake, a regional championship. What? Absolutely. Give him a round of applause. Coach, what do you take from last year's success as you head into this year?
Honestly, the last 2 weeks that I've been with the girls, it's been, we've talked a lot about the memories, and hopefully that will fuel our motivation. I've talked to the girls, like, what was it like last year when we had those moments together? And I've told them that those things are never guaranteed to happen again. And so, though practice can be tough at times, games can be tough at times, our motivation is to get back there again so that we have those memories, not only for ourselves, but for the community.
Great. Okay. You've been at it for a couple weeks now almost. How have the first couple of weeks of practice gone?
You know, I think every coach would probably say they're going great. But for us, it's been a lot of learning. We've had some good moments. We've had some moments where we've had to talk about energy and communication. But I have a lot of experience coming back, and you can tell that in practice. Those first few days, I think the upperclassmen are like, let's go. Let's just get right to it. Let's start playing for Barneveld. But there's a process to it all, and you do everything kind of for a reason. But we got a lot returning coming back, and it's going to look a little different at times. So we've been stressing right now, a lot of pace in practice. We have 3 post players that are ready to fill Maddie's spot. It's going to look a little different at times, right? But they can still score in their own right. They're all very good passers. And so we've really tried to get the ball moving, get them setting some more ball screens. And then our guards, I think you saw it against Monroe. Our experience that we have there, Kylie, Nicole, Toria, they're hard to stop. We get to the paint. We like to jack the threes at times, but we're finding that balance. And I think we're going to put a lot of pressure on the other teams.
You answered a bunch of my questions in that one answer. So, what would you say is your team's greatest strength heading into the season?
I would say our experience in the guards. It obviously shows, right? You got 3 players that Toria's been doing it for 3 years now, Nicole and Kylie for 2 years, right? But then the complements that we have around them. You have Schrader's shooting ability, Libley's ball handling shooting ability. Bailey has had a lot of really good practices so far. Taya can box out with the best of them as a guard. And then you got Zoe, who's like a spark plug for us. So we have a ton of guards that we can throw at other teams. Like I said, it shows in practice. And we're competing right now because of it.
All right. I know it's early, but what's one thing that you are looking to improve on from all the success that you had last year? What's one area that you think you can improve the team on this year?
I would say that, we still always can, I would say leadership, I guess you'd say, in a way of we have a lot of players that do it by what they do in practice, right? But for us, it's that vocal piece. And I love that Jocelyn and Schrader are probably our 2 loudest kids on the floor right now. But we need it from all people on the floor. And so that's probably the biggest thing that we can work on is that we all need to be vocal. And, they all sometimes get in their heads a little bit. And so how we can get past those moments. But they're getting there. We're getting better at it.
Okay. Being the defending conference champion, what are you looking for from the rest of the conference this season?
Yeah, I first, and I didn't do this the other day on my interview on W7, but you got to give a shout out to the Waterloo, those girls that are not competing this season because of numbers. The girls said it when I told them. The first thing that I think every girl said was, that sucks for those girls that wanted to play. So that's going to be weird that, we're not going to Waterloo this year, a fun gym to go into, fun environment. But the conference was young last year. And so I think a lot of people look who was underneath us. Cambridge obviously lost a very good player, but Macy Robinson's ready to go. And she's a tough guard for any team. So they're going to pose some challenges. We'll see the guards that they put behind her this year, but obviously they always have size, it seems. New Glarus, young, athletic last year. Like to get out in transition. Parman's going to have them ready. You can go down the list, though. Marshall, probably a dark horse, I would say, because they get Paige back after a year-long injury last year. They got Tori coming back. What Dan does there at Marshall with running every single defense that I think you can possibly run and offense, they're hard to prepare for. And then you got Heights, who probably is on the bottom right now, but they return a bunch of starters from the last few years too that I would like to think are ready to go too. So it's going to be a battle each night. We know each other really well in the conference, and so it's going to come down to who executes the best.
Well, the target is definitely going to be on your back, but I'm sure you guys look forward to that challenge each and every night. Okay, we're going to bring up our first group. We're going to bring the seniors up. Coach, if you can introduce everybody as they come up.
Well, you don't want to sit next to me? I stink? Oh, come on.
Who you got with us tonight, Coach?
All right, I'll start from my left coming this way. So we got Taya, we got Bailey, we got Cora, and we got Toria.
All right, here come the hard questions. Coach Legal, what's one thing that you're specifically looking for from this group of seniors?
As I thought about this question today, I have to give these four a shout out. And they probably are going to deserve a round of applause, but you're looking at 4 3-sport athletes right here. That's not something that's very common right now. So I think we should give them a round of applause for what they do, not only in the classroom, but also in their sports as well. I had a fun last night we met before practice, and I think it's the most that Bailey has ever talked before. So that was good. Taya was still Taya. Toria had some really thoughtful answers, and Cora also was really stepping up. These 4 are taking on the leadership role very well. Like, they want to be better at it. They know that they need to do better at it. And so what I'm most looking forward to this year is what they said yesterday. They want to leave this place better than it was when they got here. And so their whole thing this year is to get the kids connected more. They want to have high energy at practice. And I can tell you that they're taking pride because they want to go back-to-back in the conference this year, and they know what needs to be done to get it to happen.
All right. All right, these next couple of questions, any of you can answer them. Feel free to grab the mic and give me a good answer for it. First one, what's one thing that you're most excited for this season?
Just like having fun and being successful with a pretty new, like, young team.
Good answer, Cora. Good answer. Anyone else? What's your number one team goal for this season?
Win conference and regionals again.
Back to back. I like it. With that said, which team or player do you look forward to competing against the most this season?
Probably New Glarus because they're our rivals. Or Izzy Durst tomorrow. She's pretty good. Yep.
I know Tori is dying to add one other team to that mix
Point net.
for obvious reasons. All right. Coach, is there anything in any of those answers that you want to expand on and tell us a little bit more about? Is there a game that you have marked on your calendar that you're really looking forward to this year?
Well, if you haven't been keeping track of scores after night 1, every night's going to be a battle this year, honestly. Obviously, we get Barneveld tomorrow, who's going to be a little mad after last night, but we all know what they did last year and where they are this year. Then you got Belmont team, who's probably under the radar right now, right after that, who still has young talent coming back. And then Lancaster last night beat Mineral Point by about 30. So then we got them. And then we got Deerfield, who we were like their Super Bowl each year. So the first 4 right out of the gate are big games, tough games, and we got to be ready to go.
All right. It's your favorite part of the interview process, rapid fire, okay? When I call your name, I'll give you a question. You give me a quick answer. Don't think too long. All right. Bailey, funniest teammate.
Taya or Hayden,
Why?
because they're just funny.
Toria, what's your go-to pregame meal?
Butter noodles.
Some things never change. Cora, favorite opponent's gym to play at?
New Glarus or Marshall.
Fair, fair. Toria, right back to you. Best uniforms in our conference or on our schedule?
I like Cambridge's.
Why? Is it the black?
The black and blue.
Let's see. Taya, what's your go-to pregame song or music to listen to?
I like Firework by Katy Perry. It just gets, I
Classic.
don't know. Yeah, something about it.
Bailey, favorite restaurant?
Chick-fil-A.
T, favorite TV show to binge?
Gossip Girl.
And Cora, favorite high school class you've had and why?
What? Yeah, freshman PE, because all of us were in it.
Was that Mr. Legal or?
No, it's actually Trado.
Oh, you dodged a bullet on that one, Mr. Legal. All right, seniors. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great season. Good luck tomorrow night. Juniors, come on up.
Oh my God.
We're missing quite some chairs. Lost Taylor.
All right, Coach, you want to introduce us to everyone up here?
Go left to right again. Hello? Okay, we're back. We got Zoe down there at the end. We got Ava Schrader, Hayden, Bryn, Kylie, and Nicole.
Give it up for the juniors. All right, Coach, tell me a little bit about this group and what you're hoping to see from them this season.
This is a very talented group that you're looking at right here. I'm first going to start with the two right next to me, Kylie and Nicole. I know what they're going to bring on the defensive end each night. I'm not too worried about that. Besides, they got to stay out of foul trouble. But what I'm looking most for out of these two is the offensive game, right? We know that they have to expand that this year. Nicole just can't be catch and shoot. She has to get to the paint. Kylie has to continue to get to the paint, but she just has to be dynamic and create for herself and others. And then for the other ones down there, right, bigger opportunity this year. They're going to step into some new roles, and I know that they're ready for it. But for them, it's just bringing confidence each day, no matter what that role might be. Sometimes it might be guarding a post player. Sometimes it might be trying to score on offense for us, right? But for them, it's just bringing that consistency and showing what they have, because we see it in practice, right? And for them, it's just getting it out there on the floor more.
All right. These next two questions are open. Any of you can answer it. Whoever has the first answer, grab that microphone. What are you most excited about for this season?
I'd say just back to playing basketball after last year.
I think I'm excited that our group is mostly our grade again, and it kind of goes back to youth ball when we would beat every team. So playing with the group that we used to do really well with is going to be fun.
Just being with the group who kind of lights up a room when you walk into, and we all have positive attitudes.
Everyone else is good, I guess. All right. They said it all for you, right? Okay. What one thing has been your favorite thing at practice so far?
Not the homework.
We can go in the opposite direction if you need to.
Anything but zigzag.
Those are your favorite. Uno.
Post and guard split.
That was a favorite, right?
Always my favorite.
All right. Rapid fire time. You ready? All right. Here we go. Kylie, funniest teammate.
Hayden.
It's always a given. Ava Schrader, pre-game meal.
Chicken sandwich from Quick Trip and either a peach Alani or a lit tea from Lucy.
Hidden, favorite gym to play at.
Probably New Glarus, I guess.
Okay. Nicole, best uniforms in our conference or on our schedule. And if you didn't know, Mineral Point got new uniforms this year. They have black. And I think they have 4 sets.
Yeah, I saw that, but they're not on our schedule.
That's right.
Probably like what Toria said, Cambridge.
Coach, I think you need to order black uniforms. Zoe, favorite pregame song or music? You're a dancer, Zoe. I know it. Everyone else knows it. What are you dancing to this year?
Peaches and eggplant.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure she's dancing to it. Let's go to Bryn. Favorite restaurant? So many to choose from.
Chipotle.
Solid. Until after. Hayden, what's your hidden talent? You're supposed to be the funny one.
I'm a really good dancer.
You want to bust a move? Kylie, favorite TV show to binge?
Young Sheldon.
Good answer. Ava Schrader, favorite class this semester and why?
Your class, Beans.
Of course it is. I was just waiting for someone to say that, and I knew you would give that answer, so that's why you got that question.
Thank you.
All right. Juniors, thank you. It has been a pleasure. Good luck this season. Go knock off Barneville tomorrow. Sophomores, come on up. There's a specific order? I didn't know we had a seating chart up here. All right. Coach, introduce us to these sophomores.
Yeah, well, down at the end, we have the smartest person ever. We have Leonore down there, who picked up the three-person weave within probably 2 minutes. I think that's a record down there. So
There's some of them that still probably haven't picked up on that.
I know. So super excited to have her from Spain. Yes. Then we got Millie, we got Ellie, we got Peyton, and we have Jocelyn.
All right. Coach, tell me a little bit about this group. What you hoping to see from them this season?
I would say what I really like about this group is that they have come so far from last year, not only as athletes on the basketball floor, which I can talk about here in a second, but as students within the classroom and just understanding themselves. So I have talks with all these ladies just about kind of where they're at on a daily basis with the grind of being a teenager and a student and an athlete. And I can tell you they've learned a whole lot about themselves and what they need. And that's been fun as a coach, too, because I can see it not only in the classroom but also on the court. And on the court, it's fun to see the growth. But, like, this group, they're stronger. They understand the game more. They understand what we're doing because they've been in our system for a year. And so I think some of those things that they got confused about maybe last year, they are more confident that they're in the right spot. And so with that usually comes them also seeing it on the court too. So,
all right. Okay, we're just going to pass you right down the line. I've got one specific question for each of you. All right. Now that you've all had a season under your belts, what's one thing that you learned last season that's going to help you get through or get prepared for this season as it starts?
I think one thing that we have definitely learned is to be more serious. I don't think this group of girls really jokes around ever.
Never.
Yeah, I agree. We're pretty locked in. Don't dance. Don't mess around. Just focused on basketball only.
I don't think I've ever cracked a smile in practice or danced, laughed even, right, Peyton? Like, you've never seen me laugh in practice? Never. Yeah, that's not this. That's not us up here. Not us.
The most locked in group ever.
Yeah, we're just like a lot more serious and like we just try to like really be locked in and like not mess around at all.
There are focused dancing queens this year.
Dance.
Never.
Focused.
No, locked in all the time.
Nothing but focus out of this group. All right. We're going to go rapid fire, so get ready. Where am I? Joss. Most serious teammate.
Bryn P. It's you.
Ellie, what is your pregame meal?
I always have an energy drink, and then last year I used to get Subway, but we don't have one anymore, so I have to find a new pregame meal.
Uh-oh. What are you going to do, Ellie?
Probably go to Quick Trip.
Quick Trip. Quick Trip it is. All right. Peyton, favorite place to play?
Oh. Probably New Glarus, just because we
I
know.
was just going to say, don't say New Glarus.
Well, we know a lot of the girls, and we've played them before, and yeah, it's fun.
All right. I'll let it slide. Jocelyn. Best uniforms.
Okay.
Don't say Cambridge.
Well, I'm not a uniform scouter, so I don't really know any. So I think I just have to
All right,
trust.
I'm going to
Tori.
change it.
Okay.
You're going to get a different question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What shoe are you sporting this year?
Way of Wades.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
I think Ava had a pair of those. Millie, what is your go-to song to dance to?
Stir fry.
I didn't ask you for your favorite meal. Lenore, favorite place to eat?
Culver's.
You've adapted well, Lenore. Millie, what's your hidden talent?
Painting. Ripe beans. You've seen it.
Absolutely. Very talented. All right, Ellie and Peyton, favorite show to binge watch?
Dance Moms.
Probably The Office.
Lenore, the last question is yours. What's been your favorite class this semester and why?
Culinary arts, because we like get to eat the food after we cook.
That is an excellent answer, Lenore. All right, sophomores, your time is up. Thank you all for being here tonight. Give it up for the sophomores. Good luck tomorrow night, ladies. Last and certainly most not least, the freshmen. Here they come. In a good spot. Got all of them, Coach? All right. Go ahead and introduce this lovely group of freshmen.
Freshmen, yep. We got Amy, we got Avery, we got Kate, we got Brinley, we got Maddie, and we got Libby.
All right, Coach. What are you looking for from this group of newbies?
Let's see. This is a very competitive, high basketball IQ, and they show a lot of toughness for us right now, which has been a good addition to our program. I know these first few weeks are very difficult for an incoming freshman as far as one gets colder outside, it gets a little darker, and school can be a little gloomier at times right now. And so to come to practice each day with a focus that you need to have to keep up with sometimes seniors in your group is very challenging. But this group accepts every challenge that they're given. And it was really fun to watch them at the scrimmage, well, in our inter-squad scrimmage last week, because these are girls that get after it. There was a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance points that they were getting, and it was just fun to see. You know, normally they're a little sluggish sometimes as a freshman out there, but this group they're gritty, and they showed a little toughness that night for sure.
I like it. Grit. All right, freshmen. Any of you can answer this, or if you all want to answer it, that's fine too. Along the same lines as what I just asked the sophomores, what's been the biggest difference you've seen so far from 8th grade basketball to high school basketball?
Probably the intensity. It's a lot different, and there's way more people in the gym, so it's louder. There's more people to interact with. It's at a faster pace.
I like it more than 8th grade. I like working with all the upperclassmen. I think it's really fun and it's a really good challenge, and having them like work against me and stuff makes me better.
Practices are way longer.
I would just say it's like more fun. There's like more people to interact with.
All excellent answers. Okay, we're going to go to rapid fire. I'm going to ask you a question. Say your name, ask the question. Get ready to answer. You ready? Amy, who's the funniest teammate?
Probably Avery or Kate.
Answer that wasn't Hayden. I like it. All right. Greer, what's your go-to for a pregame meal?
She's not here.
You crossed her out.
I thought I did.
Printed it before you did it. Okay. Katie, what's your hidden talent?
I can dance.
Want to show us?
No.
We'll get it on camera. Don't worry. Avery and Brindley, favorite movie quote?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Do you want to do that? Okay, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
EXO Gossip Girl.
Maddie, favorite NBA or WNBA player?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Great answer. Libby, what's your go-to for a pregame song or music?
Probably like Stay by Rihanna. Anything?
Good choice. Avery, favorite TV show to binge watch?
Probably Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl making a comeback. And Kaylee, not here. Anyone can answer this one. What's your favorite class this semester and why?
I'm really liking world cultures and geography because I'm pretty good at it. So yeah.
Mr. Hodson with a shout out. All right, freshmen. Thank you all for being here tonight. Good luck tomorrow night against Barneveld. All right, we're going to wrap things up on this year's show. We want to make sure that we thank Rich Joseph in the Hop Garden for hosting us tonight. How about a round of applause for Rich and the King? Thank you, everyone who's here tonight. We really appreciate you coming out, even if it wasn't for us. That's okay, you were here. Thanks to Coach Legal and all the Wildcats, as well as the coaching staff, for taking the time to give us a little insight on what to expect this year from this year's team. We also want to thank you all for watching if you are watching this after the fact. We're looking ahead. The Wildcats will host the Division 5 state runner-up tomorrow night, the Barneville Golden Eagles. Tip-off times for this year are 5:45 for the JV and 7:15, probably much later than that, for the varsity. We look forward to seeing everyone there and hearing good, loud voices to root the Wildcats on from the stands. Make sure you're cheering loudly for this talented group of young ladies. Thank you, Coach Legal. Thank you, Mr. Edge. Peace out.